Ms. Dietrich, can I have a roll call, please?
Chairperson Tuggle, Vice Chairperson Howe,
Here.
Commissioner Cornelius,
Here.
Commissioner Williams, Commissioner Witt.
Here.
Okay. I trust my fellow commissioners have had a chance to review the minutes from our last meeting, November 3rd, 2025.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Cornelius,
Yes.
Commissioner Witt,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Howe.
Abstain, I was not here. I don't know if that needs to go back on an agenda for next time.
Let me look into that. And
Okay.
if so, it will be back on the agenda.
Okay. Okay, we will hold comments and communications from the public until we get to our agenda item. There is no old business. New business this evening is to consider the request of Alan Jones, Stone Creek Consulting LLC, to have the property located at 1408 San High Sea Drive, tax map ID number 169K-J-009, rezoned from C2 General Commercial District to R2 Residential Duplex District. Mr. Howell.
Yes, good evening, members of the Planning Commission. So in the search for compatibility, there was no challenges identified in this particular property. The proposed duplex aligns with the predominant residential character of San High Sea Drive. Adjacent residential and mixed-use areas suggest that introducing another duplex will blend with existing development rather than to disrupt it. The request to rezone represents a reduction in land use intensity as well, decreasing potential noise, lighting, and traffic impacts compared to permitted C2 commercial uses. The request to downzone, this would be a request to downzone the property. There are several duplexes in the area that are legal nonconforming, which were zoned R1, constructed before Ordinance 41 went into effect, indicating a historical mix of residential type uses. Setback and height standards of the R2 district will ensure compatibility with adjacent single-family homes in the area. Although the parcel does not meet the current size frontage requirements, the parcel is a record that is a recorded lot of record and is a buildable lot. The duplex form scale align with the existing residential structures along with San High Sea Drive. The rezoning request supports the ongoing residential stability of San High Sea Drive by allowing a modest duplex development consistent with surrounding land uses and form and character. The downzoning from C2 to R2 represents a balanced planning approach, encouraging appropriate residential infill while reducing potential commercial encroachment into established neighborhoods, creating a transitional zoning from commercial to high-density residential. This does align with the guidelines of Resolution 3517, which aims to protect single-family residential neighborhood that City Council did adopt.
Does the applicant want to come forward? If you could
Good
state your
evening.
name and your address.
Yep. Alan
as you know.
Jones with Stone Creek Consulting, 1112 Plymouth Road, Dunlap, Tennessee. Michael pretty much stole my narrative. Everything he conveyed, I really don't need to repeat it, just so we don't belabor the point. But I do represent the buyer of this property. They looked at putting a single family with the R1, but kind of with the surrounding context of an automotive repair shop and I think an adult store and car wash across the street just wasn't an ideal location for a single family R1 site. So they were considering the R2, which is still a downzoning from the commercial that it is today. And talking with the neighbor behind me, and I'm sure she'll want to speak, there are some drainage issues, maybe not directly with this property, but it could, there's some things that could be done in the rear of this property that could maybe help the overall drainage issues that are on some of the commercial properties next door. And if you have any questions, I'd feel free to answer, happy to answer them.
Do you have any questions?
Well, the biggest thing I was looking at is there is a water buildup there, and I wanted to make sure that you understood that we need to take care of that. So I have been through there and I see right here that it's a 100-year flood zone.
Yes.
And you're going to elevate it. So,
Yeah, the buildings will have to be elevated to at least the finished floor. We're not going to be filling the site as far as, trying to displace a lot of dirt and water. But the buildings themselves, yeah, will have to be, a foot above the base flood elevation.
so Mike, how will that affect some of the surrounding?
Since there's no fill being placed in there, basically it's just elevating the structure to make sure that the occupant of that structure will be, wouldn't have to pay any type of flood insurance if that's the case, if they get it removed. Well, they couldn't necessarily get it removed from the special flood hazard area, but it would protect that structure from ever having inundation of water.
I'm glad to see something being built there.
Thank you.
Would you like to come up and speak, Janine? So if you could state your first and last name, which I did not catch on the way in,
Sorry.
and your address.
Naomi Morrison, 3806 Connor Street, Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I own the property behind his property, and then the property to the left would be my mother's property, and me and my 4 siblings own it. We've got major water issues, but the city of Eastridge has been working with me. I started this over 10 years ago with Norman Brannon. He kind of blew me off. I went to school with him. I know him personally. My dad got sick, caretake for him, so I just kind of left it. Now I'm back on it again. I've been working with Chris Vaughn, who came out and built me a burn in the front, which has stopped the water from coming off of Ringo Road into our front yard. I've got all these pictures, videos, if anybody would like to see them. I've also been working with Michael Pettyjohn, who has really been helping me a lot. I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks, but he informed me of everything that's been going on. They've came out and talked to me. The main problem that I have, the Lucky Mart building, there's a ditch behind it. And here's the Lucky Mart, here's the ditch, and this is my mom's driveway. The ditch has nowhere to drain. It's draining back on my mom's property, on my property, on J&J's property. It'll be on the new person's property. It's draining on the vacant lot beside the new person, and it's not making it to the brick house yet, but similar. I've been told by my mother, who is 88, has lived there since I was 2, I'm 67, that there's a culvert back there that has been covered up. We don't know who did it, when it was done. There's a bunch of those big old rocks put back there. Now, they have come and cleaned up back there because that was one of my problems, because they were just throwing anything and everything back there. And they have done a lot of cleaning. But Michael Pettyjohn is supposed to get back in touch with me, I don't know, talk to whoever about getting that culvert. He said looks like there is a culvert there, and we'll have to get it dug out and see where it is, because I've got pictures I just showed him. That ditch, all that water is coming all over onto my mom's property. And we don't want to make a big deal about it because it's already in the Lucky Mart, they're gutters. It pours, it's a downpour. And he tells me there's nothing wrong with it, but they don't live here. These people that own these properties around here do not live in Chattanooga. He lives in Nashville or Knoxville. And he don't like dealing with me because I'm kind of straightforward and direct. I want to help, and I maintain his ditch. We have maintained that ditch ever since Totten's Discount Furniture House was in there. We still maintain that ditch. They would have to get on our property to come clean that ditch. We clean it 3 or 4 times a year. And they have a little drainage. They have an apartment complex on the back of that building. Nobody lives in it. But when you go up on the porch, they've got a little drainage there, and they put a little pipe there, and we put a little screen there, like a wire. And the first time, I don't know who the young lady was, she said, "You got to take that off." And I said, "If I take that off, you're going to get a call from me every week, because all the trash that comes off of Ringo Road comes down that drainage in that ditch every day." And we've never complained about that. I don't mind cleaning the ditch. What I do mind is nobody helping me getting this water off my property. And when they know, well, I don't know if y'all know, but my mother and my brother, who used to be a builder in Chattanooga, says there was a culvert there. And Mr. Moore built all those little houses around there. And his oldest daughter still lives right there, that first house behind the car wash. I've talked to her, because I thought her son-in-law owned it, and then found out he had just sold it. I talked to him. He said, yeah, there's a lot of, he gave me some more insight. He gave me more insight on J&J. He said he found a PVC pipe with oil coming out of it going towards his property. And somebody, I don't know who, told him to cap it. So he told me he said when it rains, it comes into the middle of his property.
Sure.
Now, the only thing I heard you say building up.
Just the homes, yeah.
Okay, because if you start building up that land, mine's lower than my mother's and the other side.
The only thing built up is the house.
Okay. The only other thing and I haven't done yet because I haven't got the proper, there's a lot of dead trees back there in J&J too. All their trees is falling on my mom's garage. The dead limbs, and they don't want to cut it. And then all of their is also stopping up the gutters from Lucky Mark. And then right on the corner, and I don't think it's going to be you. I think it's going to be the other vacant lot beside the brick house. There's a dead tree right there, and I just put up the cyclone fence because my granddaughter moved in there with 2 dogs. And if any of those trees fall, it'll take out my fence. But that'll be him. I'm going to notify him of that. Other than that, that's about it. I agree with. I'm glad somebody's coming in there.
Good.
That vacant building
And-
has been there for 50-something years, baby.
You can certainly follow up with Mr. Howell afterwards in the codes department on any of those other water issues or tree issues with the neighbors.
Okay, and they've been
Yeah.
doing, Michael John Petty has really,
Oh, good,
I told them they'd get to know me. I'm not going away this time, so.
good.
But
Well, thank you
your
for
time.
coming, and thank you for
This is my first
taking the
meeting
opportunity
ever,
to
so I might be coming back to
speak.
a few.
Yeah, well, come on back.
I want
Thank
to
you so
support
much.
East Ridge because I lived here when East Ridge, everybody wanted to live in East Ridge. Everybody. It was a great place to be. It still is, but you know.
Still is.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions?
No, just as long
I'd-
as we're aware that there is a water problem there and that
Sure.
Mr. Pettyjohn's checking into that.
Yeah, Codes is handling that effectively. I believe there's been some citations written on that one, yeah.
I do have a question. The building on the back of the property,
It'll be
kind of,
removed.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that'll help, and my client's more than happy to clean up and do what he can on his piece of property, whether it's dead trees and things like that during
Sure.
the construction process.
okay.
So.
Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
A roll call, please.
Commissioner Cornelius,
Yes.
Commissioner Witt,
Yes.
Vice Chairperson Howe.
Yes. As that is our only item on the agenda, I will adjourn this meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Enjoy.